Nasubukan niyo na bang na-refuse ng inyong application for permanent residency because of your condition sa inyong NBI? And then na-refuse dahil may nakasulat doon na no record on file or ano pa nga ba yung isa doon na may sinasabi doon or may annotation sa inyong NBI na mayroon kayong naging case dati. Right now, mayroon po akong isang pinaglaban or isang appeal na na-refuse yung kanyang application only because, ito lang yung reason. Nakipag-chismis kasi siya and then nainis yung nang chismis sa kanya, pinabarangay siya sa kanilang barangay. Then that was like 20-30 years ago. Ngayon, in-sponsoran siya ng kanyang anak to come here as under PGP or grandparents or any kind of permanent residence application sa Canada. Nakita nila when they requested for NBI, nakita na nila na pinabarangay pala sila ng kanilang ng kanilang kapitbahay, actually kamag-anak nila. Pero when they go to the barangay, naayos naman, nagsorry actually yung tatay nung aking client, and then naayos naman siya. But at the end of the day, i-forward pala ng barangay yung kanyang record doon sa NBI. So, unfortunately, that was the reason kung bakit nawala na-loss yung kanyang permanent residency application. Another one, mayroon pang isa na during that time, actually, yung NBI niya, actually na ano siya, nagsugal lang siya for worth I think $300 or $400. I didn't even know 400 pesos yung kanyang penalty kasi nga I believe na parang straight gambling lang yon. Hindi naman big time gambling talaga, maliit na gambling lang yon. But kung tutuusin, $400 lang yung cost ng kanyang penalty, and that was long time ago, nakalimutan na niya. Then inisponsoran siya, isinama siya ng kanyang asawa to apply for permanent residence. Of course, yung asawa niyang nandito ang main applicant, and then yung asawa niyang nagsugal ng kahit konting maliit na small time gambling lang yon. And then ma-refuse na yung application. Actually, I'm the one who's handling them. And then also yung sabi ko nga yung tatay niya under PGP, na-refuse yung application. But thank God, I was the one who did the appeal. Yun sa parating na yung kanyang father na appeal, pero katakot-takot, heartbreaking yung yung nangyari. Imagine na-refuse yung tatay mo, hopeful yung tatay mo, and then of course they have to pay appeal para sa paglalaban namin yung kanilang case. So it's a lot of money that you have to shell out from your pocket, regardless, pero wala pa ring assurance. Pero from the very get-go, any one of you, I'm just informing everybody, kapag ka po mayroon kayong kaso sa barangay, buti na lang walang nagpabarangay sa akin noon when I was actually I believe na I was stealing my uncle's corn when I was little. I was young. Buti hindi niya ako pinabarangay, But anyway, that's just a joke. That's my uncle. So what happened was, if in case, I'm just setting an example, pagka pinabarangay kayo or anything, might as well, kung mayroon kayong intention to stay here in Canada as a permanent resident holder, makikita yan ng immigration eventually when you apply. Kasi nga, kahit pa na dinimanda lang kayo ng naging babae nyo or naging lalaki nyo, pinabarangay lang kayo, those are small time things, hindi siya crime kung iisipin, but nagkaka-record po kayo sa NBI kasi I believe na ang local government unit, LGU, they have the, I think, obligation na i-forward nila yung mga cases nila every now and then. So ngayon, the suggestion that I have to let you know, everyone, kapag ka ganyan yung situation, might as well fix it. Kapag ka mayroon mang kayong case dun sa na napunta na sa NBI or nagkaroon kayo ng case sa barangay, what I can do is to ask kung sino may nagreklamo, fix it. But I know na na-fix you between you and yung nagreklamo. You wanna make sure na you will fix it. You get a letter of affidavit na na-dismiss na yung kaso para pag sakaling nakita sa NBI yung inyong case na mayroong nagpabarangay sa'yo or any kind of case sa inyo, then at least maipakita nyo yun na explanation sa immigration eventually. Again, this is your future. I know that was a small thing, but it will gonna cost you a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of pressure, a lot of money. Sa totoo lang, when you do an appeal, if you did not find me, it will gonna cost you $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 just to get an appeal and fight for your permanent residency sa Canada. Kasi nga, pag halimbawang napatunayang you're refused, you're gonna be refused forever. So, hindi na kayo makakapag-permanent resident, and the worst case scenario, hindi na kayo makaka-reunite ng family nyo dito, or hindi na kayo makakapasok dito pag napatunayan nilang mayroon kayong ganon. So, make sure na mayroon kayong affidavit na dismiss yung kaso ninyo or anything. Might as well, if you don't know, if you're not sure, get your NBI right away and take a look kung ano yung nandun, kung anong annotation and everything. I'm hoping na wala naman pong ganun, pero sometimes yung mga tao, they're joking at you. They're especially if you're still a foreign national, hindi pa kayo Canadian, kahit na permanent resident na kayo, still you have to be very careful doon sa any kind of comment doon sa NBI. Future nyo po yung nakasalalay, not only you but also your family. So again, I'm saying this to everyone kasi you gotta be careful. If you have the plan to come here in Canada, if you have the plan to reside as a resident here in Canada, make sure na clear po, no derogatory record on file, something like that. Dapat yun yung nakalagay doon sa note ng inyong NBI. I'm talking about the immigration in Canada. Very strict po sila sa NBI, very strict sila sa medical. Yun po yung mga disadvantages ng mga pagpunta dito pag may mga ganun kayo. It will gonna be a big recipe of getting a refusal sa inyong fight in getting the permanent residency here in Canada. I hope nakatulong po ako sa information na to. It's Noraline Oligo Sarma, your licensed immigration consultant. Have a great night. Bye-bye.